I always think it's cool whenever it rains, and especially when I'm in my house and I hear the rain beating on the rooftop. I think that's really, really cool. Or if I'm parked in my vehicle and the rain is beating down the vehicle, I think it's cool. I don't know about driving in the rain, but I think the rain is not bad because we also know rain can be very, very, it can be very destructive, very, very destructive, right? Depending on the magnitude of the rain. So, you ever get hit with bad news? You have a plan, and all of a sudden you feel like someone throws a monkey wrench into your plan, and you have to reshuffle, or you have to rethink, and you have to say, man, what do I do now? What do I do now? It's really, really unexpected. You weren't able to prepare yourself. It blindsided you, and it's one of those things where you're like, what do I do now? It's rough. There are things you've been praying for years, and all of a sudden they have not yet manifested themselves. I guess the only thing you can do is just continue to press on, and that we don't quit, we don't give up. I think that's the only thing as far as us being persistent, as far as us really having, the focus might be off, your morale might be low. Sometimes you're so confused. I know I get confused when I pray for something, and the opposite of what I pray, I receive. And I know we all could feel that way. Or you're working towards, or what about if you're in the gym and you have a game plan and you have in your mind, okay, I want to eat right, I want to incorporate a good workout, and then for whatever reason, it doesn't materialize the way you want it to, and you're stuck with a feeling like, man, what in the world's going on? I'm stepping in the scale, my weight's not going down, my body doesn't seem like it's changing, and you have all these different emotions going through your mind. You feel stuck. You get into your skin, you get into your feelings. Life is really, really, really unpredictable. I could say that. Sometimes you hear news that would just flat out shock you, take you back. It's hard. It's really, really hard. But we have to know that things are made to test us in this world. Things are made to try us. And sometimes I know we question the good Lord above, but we know that He's perfect, and we know that He has things all figured out for us, even though we can't see it, and we can't see it for ourselves. Faith is one of those things where you're not able to see, but you have faith that something is going to go down. And sometimes you don't have things in your life and you wonder what's going on, and you see everyone around you flourishing, and everyone has this and everyone has that, and you do wonder sometimes what's really going on, like what's in it for me kind of thing. And it's hard. So I just want to encourage you, to tell you, you know what, keep your heads up, and it's a war zone. We know Satan, especially when you're a child of God, is going to come at you even more so than he would someone who's not a child of God. And he's going to try to dissuade you. He's going to try to overcome you in so many different ways, because ultimately he wants you to falter. And sometimes I know we feel down and our morale is not where it needs to be. And we feel so discouraged, and we feel so lonely at times, and we feel that people just don't get it. They don't know what we're going through within our minds, and what we're dealing with, and what we've been dealing with, depending on what period of time you've been dealing with something. So it's really, really tough. But I want to encourage you, because we all need encouragement. We all need to be comforted. For those of us who are believers, we know that we have the Holy Comforter that is made to comfort us. when we feel sad, when we feel blue, when we feel like we just want, our own space. It's really, really, really tough. So I just really wanted to motivate you guys and encourage you guys because we're all going through things in our life that we don't feel good about ourselves. It's not easy to smile every single day, especially when you're hurting inside. You guys understand what I mean. But to each and every single one of us, let us keep, especially as a believer, as hard as it is, keep our trust, and our focal point should be the Lord, no matter how we feel. Because what could happen is life could get the best of us. We see people, you know, commit suicide because they feel that, this life is just not working out. They feel that all the avenues is just not leading to a good place for them. And they just feel so overwhelmed to the point where they're like, okay, they're going to take their life. And it's really, really hard sometimes, right? So I just really want to encourage you guys that, let's keep our eyes focused on the prize that we're trying to achieve in our individual lives, because it's not easy sometimes. Life is hard in general. It really is. And the unexpected will happen, and when these things happen, all we could do is just remain poised, focused, because if we don't, life is cruel and life will take us out, bottom line. So in order for us to stay the course, in order for us to really, really overcome, I think I don't know what this thing keeps going off. And I'm trying to say something serious. And I just encourage you to keep the faith. God bless.